What is today's conversation really about? Well, very simple. We are going to talk about Navy Federal credit card pre-approval, 7 easy, successful, and very recent hacks that always have guaranteed results. Don't you go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka. Now let's roll. In today's conversation, we are going to speak about Navy Fed credit card pre-approval. I'm going to give you 7 easy, successful, and very recent hacks that always have guaranteed positive results. Hack number 1, your NFCU credit. See, this is very important. A lot of folks, they just like sitting there and they just like, I don't understand why they never send me a credit card pre-approval offer. Well, it's because you're not current on all your Navy Fed existing credit products. This is really important because if you want Navy Fed to bless you with a pre-approval offer, with a credit card pre-approval offer, you better show them that you are financially responsible. It's all about financial responsibility. So my question to you is, do you currently have, let's say, a Navy Fed credit cards, student loans, personal loans, lines of credit, and whatnot? What is the status? Talk to me about the status of your Navy Fed credit products. See, it's very important. People talk about, well, I'm really current on all my credit cards. Okay, but what about your credit utilization ratio? Are you maxed out? Are you like 90%? Like, have they given you a credit limit of 10 grand and your open balance right now is 9,000? Well, if this describes you, you represent to Navy Fed, you represent a risk. So they're not going to send you a credit card pre-approval offer. Don't even dream about it. Don't even think about it. I want you first to fix whatever you have, whatever high CUR, credit utilization ratio you have, and then bring it down. Like you really need to bring it down, really down. If you're at 90%, 70%, 80%, you got to bring your credit utilization ratio to like 30 or 20%. Don't you let anybody fool you with giving you, like, trying to razzle dazzle you, telling you, you can just, you can manage, you can maintain, I'm maintaining. You asking people, they have a high credit card balances. What are you doing, boss? Well, I'm maintaining. I'm trying to maintain. I'm hanging in there. If you hang in there, you will never get a credit card pre-approval offer from Navy Fed. Okay, so this piece of advice applies to lines of credit, applies to loans. And the thing is that we definitely do not want to have overdraft. We definitely do not want to have overdraft. All right, are you running some NSF events, some non-sufficient funds events every now and then in your Navy Fed account? I want you to stop that. I want you to stop that. Stop that. Hey, stop that. Okay? Credit card. What are we doing now? We have to be in a situation where we control our credit card expenses so that we can beef up our NFCU credit. Very important. The second thing is desire. It's kind of funny. I want you to bring your ass to the nearest Navy Fed branch, okay? Or you give them a call and you say, listen, I would like to have a pre-approval offer. In other words, what I'm asking you to do is you need to ask. If you don't ask, the universe ain't giving to you. This is important. The funny thing is when we make this kind of advice, occasionally we get some nasty comments from folks saying, hey, listen, you guys are just making stuff up. Boy. Sweet Jesus of my forefathers and foremothers, please have mercy. People who make this kind of comments, when they were born 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, we were already in the credit game at that time. 30 years ago, we were already in the credit game. So those folks, they just watched a bunch of YouTube videos, and all of a sudden they think, I understand everything. You watch a bunch of YouTube videos and you think that you're a neophyte, you're a rookie, your inexperienced mind knows everything about NFCU credit, or credit in general for that matter. I'm telling you, let me repeat what I just said. You need to bring your ass to the nearest Navy Fed branch, or you want to pick up the phone and say, listen, I would like to have a pre-approval offer. See, nobody tells you this. Nobody ever tells you that you can ask for a pre-approval offer. People just wait lethargically, sclerotically. You just like, I'm just going to wait, I'm going to do whatever. No, I'm asking you to actually ask for it. Make it clear so that they can put it in their systems. Talk to the rep. Okay, you want to ask about the conditions that you need to fulfill to get a pre-approval offer. It's important, and follow instructions. Okay, and the thing is that it's not just about, hey, listen, I would like to have a Navy Fed credit card pre-approval. Okay, offer. You want to specify the card for which you would like to have a pre-qual offer. Let me repeat that, boss. Son, daughter, uncle, grandpa, nephew, aunt, everybody, grandma, mom, dad, I'm speaking to you right now. If you're listening to me, I want you to pick up the phone or bring your ass to the nearest Navy Fed branch and say, listen, on this specific credit card, I would like to have a pre-qualification offer. That's it. You just put it out there in the universe. They will put it in their system and watch what will happen. I want you to watch what will happen. I want you to come back later on and just thank me. You will thank me later. So big decision time, boss. Do you currently want to have a pre-qualification credit card offer from Navy Fed? Do you? Answer me. Answer me. Answer me. Do you? If you really want it, I want you to ask. Don't sit there lethargically, sclerotically, being inactive and just wait. Instead of you being reactive, I want you to be proactive. Let's talk about direct deposit. This is another hack that works like crazy. It works fantastically. If you are trying to get an Navy Fed credit card pre-approval, and we've said this on other shows, but I'm going to say it again because I love repetition. Hey, you who are sitting there, you just telling me, you all just repeat the same thing over and over. Hey, listen, let me ask you a question. You are currently an adult. Do you remember how many times your mom, your dad had to repeat the same thing over and over and over and over for you to right now understand that thing? How many times? Has your mother just repeated something for like 10 times or 1,000 times? So, for those folks who talk about, y'all repeating the same thing all the time. Yeah, I love repeating because I want your ass to get it. I want you to get it. So I'm saying direct deposit is quite essential. Direct deposit is preeminent in your strategy to have a Navy Fed credit card pre-approval. Okay, because your direct deposit talks about your pay, talks about how much money you're making, how much bread you are bringing home every 2 weeks, every month. Okay, we're talking about the frequency. Are you paid monthly? Because there are consequences to your DTI. There are consequences to your wealth, to your financial life, to your financial status, whether you were paid, let's say 2 weeks, weekly, every 2 weeks, every week, every month, and whatnot. There are consequences. Your ability to spend, your propensity, your inclination to spend is higher. The more often you are paid. What I'm trying to say is, if you are paid on a monthly basis, your propensity, your inclination to spend is not as high as if you were paid every week. Go ask people who run the payday loan shops. They will tell you a lot about that. So direct deposit is key. Direct deposit tells the Navy Fed that you have a job, and it doesn't have to be a 9-to-5, a regular 9-to-5. You can have a seasonal job. You can have a temporary job. You can have a full-time job. You can have a part-time job. As long as you have direct deposit, you are feeding info. You are feeding intel to Navy Fed that, hey, listen, I'm stable. I'm making money. Okay, so direct deposit reinforces the Navy Fed's ability to know that you have an employer because they know who is sending the money to you. Okay, so basically trying to have also, when we talk about Navy Fed direct deposit, make sure that you can direct the direct deposit into a savings account or a checking account. Okay, money. Boss, where is your deposit at? Your direct deposit at? Talk to me about that. Are you feeding your cash into other institutions? I'm not saying don't do that, but I'm just saying you want to bring a little bit to NaviFed. Otherwise, you're not getting a credit card pre-approval. You're not getting that. Just forget that trend. It probably happen every 5 years or whatever. Let me talk to you about your income. Yeah, income is important. And this is another unconventional piece of advice that you will hear from us, and only from us. You want to update your income information occasionally in NFCU records. Oh yeah, this is important. People will talk about, well, when I started, I was making 30 grand. Now I'm making 50 grand, but they never increased my credit limits, or they never give me another credit card pre-approval offer. Well, you know why? Because they have no idea. NaviFed is not just sitting there and just spying on your ass, trying to see how much you're making. If you don't tell them, they're not interested in you. You're just a member. You are just a number. Okay. So the thing is, it's up to you to be proactive, to proactively, okay, to synergistically, to actively say, listen, hello. Yeah, my name is John Doe. Listen, I just want to update my records in terms of income because I'm making $75,000 now. I just got a raise at work, and my boss blessed me with an $80K a year. So I would just like to have that in the system. Please update my system, okay? So basically, and always make sure that you bring proof, okay? So you can update it online yourself too if you have the capabilities, because NaviFed systems are set up differently based on the states you're in, or based on your account status, okay? So this is really important. So you can update the income records yourself over the phone, at the branch, or online. Our preference is to do it over the phone or at the branch, to have someone actually put in their system that you are making more money. So you have to understand that the NFCU algorithm takes your income into account when sending out pre-qualification offers. Okay, and don't forget to bring to the branch, or when you're on the phone, you want to ask the rep how you can prove your new income. They'll ask you that they want to see your W-2, your pay stubs. They want to see your tax returns. You want to upload that if you do it online, or if you do it at a branch, please bring your paperwork to the branch. Very important. So when we talk about income, I'm speaking about the whole gamut, not just like your regular pay. No, we are speaking about rental income, interest income, dividend income. Okay, not just earn. People talk about regular income. No. I mean, if you are making let's say you are getting child support and you have an increase in your child support, well, you want to let NaviFed know about that. Okay, so big decision time. Grandpa, grandma, mom, dad, I'm speaking to you. Are you going to update your records? Son, daughter, do me a favor. I want you to update your records. Tell NaviFed you're doing more. You are making more money. You are chilling right now, financially speaking. Let us talk about your NaviFed internal score. This is precious Lord of my ancestors, have mercy. This is a touchy-feely subject because a lot of people, not a lot. We have a few individuals who have actually sent us emails and made comments on our YouTube videos talking about the NaviFed internal score does not exist. It is a one-time thing. It's not a permanent thing. I'm not going to get into that debate right now. I have actually made that point clear and loud and clear on other shows. So it is a permanent thing. Okay, it is not a temporary thing. It is a permanent thing. So what you want to do is you want to keep a high NaviFed internal score, because the thing is that pre-qualification offers within NaviFed's algorithm, they are driven by a lot of things, especially your NaviFed internal score. Remember that your score oscillates from 100 to 450. So if you're just hanging out around 200, around 300, you're not gonna get it. Okay. So where you at? Are you at 200? Are you at 250, 215? No, you really got to bring it back. You start feeling the juice. You really start feeling how sweet the juice is when you pass 350. When you pass 350, you get into another category. So okay, you get into another category, and Navy Fed they start looking at your profile differently. Okay, so you want to improve your Navy Fed internal score. How do you do that? Well, you really want to make sure that you reduce your CUR. That's the first thing. You want to reduce your credit utilization ratio. And what they do is they have a revolving 3-month period, a rolling 3-month period. So every 3 months that they look at your CUR to see where you at. They also look at the number of inquiries recently. Okay, your Navy Fed internal score, you cannot just give them a call and get it. No. The way it works is that they usually let you know when you apply for a credit product, okay? And they don't always tell you. It depends on the state you're applying from. But the thing is that you do have a score. And the thing is, all you can do is you can work on a few things to improve those things. And hopefully, by default, by way of consequence, you can increase your Navy Fed internal score. So CUR in the last 3 months, very important. Number of inquiries recently. You want to reduce the number of inquiries. Don't you try to go around, with a gung-ho attitude trying to apply for a credit card every now and then. What's up with that? Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Son, hold your horses. Don't you apply randomly for credit cards. This is bad for you, okay? And you want to also increase the length of your credit experience. In other words, you just have to wait, okay? And because the Navy Fed also pays attention to the ratio of accounts open in the last 24 months to all accounts. Reduce that also. Don't open accounts always. So here is your approach. If you want to increase your Navy Fed internal score, think about your CUR. Think about the number of inquiries. Reduce them. Okay, you want to open as a few accounts as possible in the last 24 months. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sorted Kiwi Show. I'm still having a conversation today about Navy Fed credit card pre-approval, and we are having a wonderful conversation about the hacks you need to implement today so that you can be in a situation where you get a Navy Fed credit card pre-approval like crazy. You get as often as possible. Let's talk about your DTI. Okay, this is another thing, and so this is a question that the Selma Rose from Portland, Oregon. She actually sent this, and she wanted to know the impact of her DTI on her Navy Fed credit card pre-approval chances. Well, Selma, you asked the right question. By the way, I blessed you. I just want to bless you right now. I want to thank all our viewers and listeners in Portland or Oregon. We love you. And what I want to say here is that there is a direct correlation between your DTI, your CUR, and your Navy Fed credit card pre-approval likelihood. Yeah, because the thing is, what is the DTI, by the way? Let's just go back to a definition. Let's just go back to DTI 101, debt to income ratio 101. Well, debt to income ratio just talks about the proportion of your debt payments relative to your income. And this is a risk metric. This is a credit risk metric. And if it's a credit risk metric, it means that the higher your DTI, the higher your chances of defaulting on the card or defaulting on a loan or whatever. Okay, so this is why we want to be in a great spot. As I told you before, you want to be in the 20% and the 30%, if at all. Okay, members of our team, we rarely keep balances. Okay, and our DTI is around 5%, 10%. So we don't keep credit card balances. So our CUR is by definition 0, but we don't actually. For DTI, we are around 10% maximum, single digit. Are you there yet? If not, that's fine, because it took us years to get where we're at right now. So in your case, you can also do the same thing, but start the process. You want to start the process, okay? Increase your income while reducing your debt payments. This is the equation you have to solve, right? Because you have to work simultaneously on your income and on your debt. Okay, and the thing is, you want to live within your means. Okay, don't you give me excuses. Okay, you want to live within your means. That's it. So, pro tips for you. Pro tips: if you want to reduce your DTI, please Make sure that you can either look for a job, for a side gig, a second job if you currently have one. Okay, try to reduce your debt payments. Sorry, try to reduce your expenses. Live within your means. Okay, and one thing you want to do also is that you want to increase the frequency of your debt payments. If you are paying some debts on a monthly basis, try to start paying on a bi-weekly basis, for example. The last thing I want to really talk about is, it is a hack that everybody knows, but it is still important to mention it. It is your FICO score. It is your FICO score. This is a classic piece of advice. If you are trying to increase your credit card pre-approval offer, your credit card pre-approval offers from Navy Fed or other institutions, for that matter, you want to maintain a FICO score as high as possible. It is what it is, okay? And so when we talk about FICO score being high as possible, we are going back to the classic 5 elements of a good FICO score. We're speaking about your payment history. And this is something you need to really get into your mind. Son, daughter, you want to make payments on time all the time. I don't care how you do it. I don't care how you are able to maintain that, but you need to maintain it. Okay, you need to be in a situation where you are constantly paying your credit cards and loans and lines of credit and what have you all the time. Okay, you got to be on time all the time. Think about reducing your CUR. I've made that point clear and loud in the previous sections. Very important. We cannot be in a situation where we are running a CUR, a credit utilization ratio of 50%, of 60%, of 70%. What's up with that? What is up with that? If you are in that category, I want you to get your ass out of my face and start doing something about it. I don't care if you hate my ass. I don't care, because I want you to succeed. I want you to be in a good financial position, and I want you to break down your CUR. Bring down that CUR. Son, daughter, I want you to bring that shipment to the shore. Bring that shipment to the shore. Make your FICO score proud. Make yourself proud. Reduce the number of credit inquiries. Yeah. Do not apply like crazy always for credit cards or loans, whatever. What's up with that? Do soft pulls. Okay. Apply for a loan. Do soft pulls. Apply for loans with the soft pull option or credit cards with soft pull options. Okay. Think about your credit mix also, because it has an impact on your FICO score, right? We're speaking about what? Making sure that you have a large constellation of credit products, from lines of credit to loans to credit cards to student loans to installment accounts and whatnot. And also trying to lengthen your credit history. Lengthen it. In other words, you want to be on time. You want to wait. You want to constantly be financially responsible, so that over time you can lengthen your credit history. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate that. In today's conversation, I was just talking to you about Navy Fed credit card pre-approval, and I share with you 7 new hacks that are really, really successful at giving you guaranteed results. So we spoke about your NFCU credit, your desire, your direct deposit, your income, your NFCU score, your DTI, your FICO score. Thank you. God bless you. And I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.